Record progress.
It's the 10th of Ellul. During this month of Ellul, we focus on growing ourselves, connecting to Hashem, improving our relationships with our fellows. And I think during this time, we think of the central phrase in the Torah, which governs our relationships with other people. Comes, as you know, in Vayikra, Leviticus. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. According to Rabbi Akiva, this pasuk, this verse, represents the most important principle in the Torah. But is it possible for us to love someone as much as someone else, as much as we love ourselves? Can we really be expected to show the same level of love and consideration to others as we would to ourselves? The Rishonim struggle with the question. And most of them seem to say that it shouldn't be read literally. Some suggest that the whole idea is putting yourself into other people's shoes. Asking yourself, what would you do if it was you in your friend's situation, or in your companion's situation? So, for example, a friend unfortunately falls ill. You have to love your neighbor as you love yourself, would mean asking yourself what you would want if you were unwell, and then doing those very things for your friend. If you would want other people to say to him for you, then saying to him is what you need. If you would want visitors, then visiting your friend will be the way to fulfill the mitzvah. But it doesn't mean literally loving another person as yourself, because that's just an impossibility. And that seems to be the opinion of most of the Rishonim. Rambam, however, understands the whole idea of to love your neighbor as yourself, literally. He explains the pasuk this way. He says, I should have mercy for and love for my brother as faithfully as I love and I have mercy for myself. This applies to his financial and physical state and whatever he has or desires. What I want for myself, I should want for him. And what I don't want for myself or my friends, I shouldn't want for him either. And that comes in Sefer HaMitzvot, Positive Commandments, number 206. Rav Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, in his book, The Path of the Just, is even stronger in his phraseology. As yourself, with no difference whatsoever. As yourself, without distinction, without devices and schemes, literally as yourself. So how are we to understand Rambam's opinion that this pasuk should be read and applied literally? I've heard in the name of Rabbi Richard Mann that the answer is in the continuation of the pasuk. V'ahavta kamocha, you should love your neighbor as yourself, ani Hashem. I am Hashem. The verse doesn't end with yourself. It ends with Hashem. The verse is found in the middle of Sefer Vayikra, Leviticus. And we've already come across Hashem many times in the Torah. So why do we need to be told, Ani Hashem, I'm God, after the commandment, to love your neighbor? Well, I understand that there is a principle in modern psychology that we can't love anyone else unless we love ourselves first. And the Torah seems to be endorsing this idea. As the verse says, love your neighbor as yourself. implying you already love yourself. But what aspect of ourselves does Hashem want us to love? Our looks, the money we make, the cars we drive, how popular we are. These aspects of our lives may seem quite important, but they don't define the essence of who we are as human beings. The phrase Ani Hashem, I am Hashem, follows V'ahavta l'recha kamocha, to love your neighbor as yourself, to teach us that it's the part of us that is godly that we're supposed to love, namely our souls. If we develop and cultivate a love for that part of us, for our souls, for our neshamas, the part of us that is connected to Hashem, then we can love other people. Why? Because they are also created in Hashem's image with a neshama, with a soul. The soul is ultimately what connects us to each other. Our different languages, different cultures, different countries separate us. But the neshama, the godly soul within us, is what unites us. And so if the soul is the part of you which you come to love, then you can love others who are also created with a soul. So when you see someone else walking down the street, since they look and sound possibly very different to us, we feel totally disconnected. But if we remember that they too are B'Tselem Elokim, created in Hashem's image with a holy soul, then we've got something else. We've got a connection. And if we have successfully cultivated a love for our own souls, then there's nothing to stop us loving them. What we need to do is look at others. Look at others who are different from us, politically, culturally, ideologically. Think about them and their souls and what makes them worthy of our love. And we need to also show them, and I think this is so key at this present time, that despite our differences, we respect and care for them. V'ahavta l'recha kamocha. We have to show others that despite our differences, we respect and care for them. And then with Ahavat Yisrael, we can actually change the world.